First calf of the year, and I get the call for gloves and chains. Let's hope this isn't a sign.
Not the way to start the year.
So a couple things led up to this point. We had been watching this heifer. She was obviously going to start calving, and kept an eye on her, and we saw a foot. And two things when that happened: one, she clearly wasn't dilating, and two, the foot didn't look like the correct foot. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But we got her in the chute, and Jordan gave her a shot of oxytocin, which just like for humans, it helps dilate and kind of get them going, kicks their body into gear. So once that kicked in, he was able to reach the feet and kind of stretch her with his gloves and get the feet hooked up here.
I'll toss it straight. This one's just a hair. So what I'm doing now is I'm reaching up and I'm making sure the tail is pulled down. That way, because otherwise if it kind of rocks up, it just makes it harder for the heifer to pass.
And that is what I was talking about, that it didn't look like the correct foot. So a calf should be born head first, front feet first, followed by the nose. And what you see now is actually the rear feet. So making sure that that tail head is tucked down is the easiest on the heifer when they come backwards. But it is much harder for them to calve with a backwards calf. So that's the main reason that she needed assistance after she was dilated. One more nice easy pull. We want to pull with her, as much as we can. When she's pushing is when we want to pull. And here comes our baby.
And you want to get the sack off his nose. Then we start rubbing him, get his lungs going. This is what the mom would do. She had him naturally. Would start licking him, and that gets their blood flowing and gets them going on their own. There he is.
Little bull calf.
Little boy. Backwards into the world. First one we got. Let's not make this a trend for 2023. Good looking boy though. So the calf's kind of small. Always go back and check. There's a second one. She's got twins. So probably another reason she was having a hard time.
Yeah. I don't think he's alive. He's all bound up on the front. I wonder if she didn't kick the umbilical cord off.
And we use the chains more for just grip than anything, so that we don't slip and slide when we're trying to hold on to the feet and pull. Just gives us better traction, and it's easier on them than just pulling on their joints. So there he came pretty easy because he's even smaller. So this calf is a little more lethargic. He's quite a bit smaller than the first twin, and also, being the second twin, they're just a little more stressed. They go through a little bit more. There we got a good shake out of him. Kind of flop him over, try to get him where he's responding better. Pump his lungs full of air there. Try to get him breathing real strong on his own.
You want help? His nose is going. You want a towel?
He's just so thin.
He's really little.
There we go. There's a flop.
So picking him up, moving him around, trying to get a flop out of him, just showing that he's getting enough oxygen and waking up to get his body going.
That's looking better.
We'd like to see him sit up and hold his head up like the other twin did. Getting some good breaths now. Can see him breathing a little deeper. But yeah, we'd like to see him hold that head on his own and be a little more perky.
There, we got a shake out of him.
He's pretty little.
You can see the difference. That first twin's already moving his legs and probably not going to stand up, but really perky. And this guy's just getting there. Some take longer than others. And there we go. He's holding his head better. And, there's 5 minutes difference in age, but it's an important 5 minutes.
So if you have twins, would you rather have boys or girls?
Well, it's better to have bull calves because the heifers are sterile anyway, unless you get twin heifers. But these have a chance of kind of growing up and being something someday. They'll just be bigger to sell. Although they're bred Hereford, so I was hoping for some red baldy replacement heifers. But as of right now, 2 live kids, you can't be upset with that.
And when we pull, Mom just kind of hangs out. She's all right. We'll get the calves kind of cleaned up and just make sure they're going good, and then turn her in so she can do her thing. Get them up and sucking.